Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Pitbull's Garage. We got one of kind of like the first trucks I used to have on channel. I had a 2000, but this one is a 2006 Chevy Silverado, or wherever you want to call it. But you know I do like these trucks. I had a little bit problems with mine, but we're gonna go ahead and give you the walk around, the usual, the inside, what to look for. If you have been following my channel, you know I made a whole video about these once before, like what the things to look for, but we sticking to this year of 06. And if you don't know, the 06, and then they did have a classic as the last of these body styles, and this is the cat eyes. So, and this one being fully loaded, we're gonna go ahead and get deep, walk around and look underneath the truck and take her for her city and highway test drive. So let's go. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at this one, and like in my previous video I did of one of these, I always start with the body. So if you do know, these Chevys like to rust out, and you can see this one's doing pretty good. So I always like do that quick walk around. You always want to check these rocker panels. And you see with these studs in the back, that means they ain't been replaced, but just go ahead and give it a good tap or bring you a magnet. Check on the inside, check below the door, ain't no rust there. And then you see how that's dirt right there? That's how sometimes people's fenders rust. You gotta clean that out. A lot of people don't know that. Check the frame out. Looking good. Look like somebody put rhino lining in there. It has a turn signal in the mirrors. Need a headlight restore. Go ahead and see, is it a 5.3 or 6.2? Oh man, look at the fancy right here. Look at the air intake. So I mean, when you want to look right here, everything is pretty straightforward on these. You see a water pumps leak on these, so you can tell under that. I mean, it's a basically easy job. Everything's pretty much straightforward on these trucks. So you want to check for that. You want a cold start, lifter tick. This is before you start doing a DOD, displacement on demand, where it goes down to 4 cylinders. This is last of the good ones. And I don't do all that extra stuff, but it looks pretty good. I don't see, of course, the valve covers on these leak. Little things like that, just check around. She's looking pretty good. And you want to check out, when we get it on the lift, you're gonna check the ball joints. Ball joints are bad, always go bad on these trucks, so you definitely want to check that. As you can see, like I said, new tires, so if it was wearing crooked or needs alignment, you can't tell because they already put new tires on it. Other than that, I mean, pretty straightforward truck. The biggest thing is when you go on test drive, if you all do know, the 4L60, them transmissions, these just ain't meant to hold up. So you want to make sure, you want to run it a little hard when you test drive them, so make sure it ain't slipping or missing third, or don't want to shift out a second. Just give her a little bit more juice than you would normally, just to test that transmission out. And like I said, with the lifters, ticks, and just little stuff. They all, at the end of the day, these are great trucks. Like, I didn't really have, mine started breaking down a lot because it's a long story to that. But other than that, yeah, like this one, it looks pretty good. It'll really be hot. I know a lot of people doesn't like these. Are crew caps, or not crew cap, quad or extended cab, which do you call these? The crew cab is the one with the actual full 4 doors, and those are like hot. I always like these better because it's kind of like a little suicide door effect going on. I always dig this. I wish they still did it, but Ford still does it, Chevy doesn't. But yeah, you see the seats are already up. This pulls down, so, and it is a full leather interior. Here, let me go ahead and snatch that key out so you know, hear all that dinging noise. I mean, we already see I've been in here. Got that nice sunroof, and it looks like this truck, just by a quick glance, it has every option. You pretty much can get one on the inside with the Bose stereo, sunroof, the home link. Well, that ain't standard, but this one does have it. The digital climate control, the heated seats, the memory seats, both seats are power, lumbar support. Go ahead and hop. Got your basics. Light control is auto. Push button select for your auto, or you can have it keep it in 2-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low. Tail lights in the back for the bed. Let's see, yeah. Got that center console. Says a little dirty. Check her out. Look, we still got the book in there. Let's go ahead and fire her up. See what she sounds like. Oh yeah, got a nice little rumble to her. Go ahead and go change that oil. Let's see how many miles you got. 136, 840. So yeah, I mean, she's definitely a nice truck. Like I said, you got the sunroof, and it's got the one I like that goes outside. Put that back down. Then you got like a little sunshade where you still can have sun come through, but not get many of them rays shining through. Oh yeah, she definitely sounds good. All right, going for a nice test driving the Silverado. Yeah, it looked like somebody just did the oil change, but they didn't reset the light, so we go ahead and reset that, or double check it to make sure. Jumps out there, of course. Good old 5.3. Get you where you need to go. Go ahead, we're gonna click this AC on and close the sunroof so we don't have a lot of wind noise going on. AC's blowing nice and cold. That's always good, especially around summertime. Oh yeah, she definitely rides nice. Definitely. Going speed limit, nice little 40. Track straight. Ain't no a whole lot of vibration. It's the only thing I noticed is this little piece slides off, but now you can find those that you pick it. So good old weekend, just go down and run down there and find you one. Cost you a little bit of nothing, maybe 15 bucks. So other than that, like I said, no cracks in the dash. You always want to make sure that this all works, because a lot of people have problems with this digital. I prefer the old manual one myself, because digital stuff likes to go out. So that's another thing you need to check on. And just cycle through the things, make sure the blend doors are working. Other than that, you know, like I said, just making sure the shifts are right. Ain't no ticks, no rattles, no smoke coming out. Keep your eye on that oil pressure. These do have a notorious, the O-ring around the pickup tube likes to tear, and you can starve the motor and get a little oil pressure. So you don't want to do that. And which that means you got to pull everything out just to replace like a little $5 oil ring. But this is another thing to pay attention to. But as you can see, that oil pressure is crazy high. Jesus Christ, 80. Oh, I don't know if that's reading right. So we can go ahead and test out that 4-wheel drive real quick. Oh yeah, I can feel it. What you can tell is just when you turn like that, and it's gonna get a little tight. But yeah, she's definitely working. Definitely. Switch back easy and everything, so It's another thing I always test around. We can always, the old school used to, you could hop a curve. Well, I got a hill. Usually I go test them out if I was purchased in the vehicle. Like, I'm just doing a basic little test drive, so I don't really have to get into all that. So, all right. See, this comes with a nice trailer brake. Make sure that works. Oh yeah, little trailer pops up. Overdrive button. So that sounds good. Oh yeah, so we about to head to the highway, get that highway test in, make sure them brakes are working like they should. Only thing I never understand about these, like on the two-wheel drive ones, they put disc all the way around, but on these 4x4 Z71s, I've been saying a lot just with drums in the back. I don't know why they did that, but I guess you can always do a conversion. My buddy was telling me the other day, you take the newer disc off the newer Silverados, and that's like a popular swap. So something to definitely look for in the future. Well guys, look like the highway's packed, so I'm gonna get to test it right here. Little brake squeal. I don't think it needs brakes though, it probably just need to be greased. But we ain't gonna get no good highway testing. So it is what it is, I guess. Well, at least we get to test stop and go and see. It's a good chance to see if she overheats anything and see where that temperature gauge. That's always a good test too. So, you know, only got up to 60 on the on ramp, so might have to take her back out later on, or probably tomorrow morning or something, to make sure she does good at highway speed, 65, 70, consistent speed. I like to double check. You know, you never know these what the buyer's going use the truck for. So if you do a lot of highway miles and I didn't get it really tested on the highway, that's not gonna be good for either me or the person that's getting this truck. So, and I just want to make sure we go over everything. All right, we made it back. So now we're just gonna get her on the lift, look underneath the hood, check the fluids out, all those little things. So check ball joints out, shake tires, tie rod in and outers, make sure the power steering ain't leaking. You know, this is the basic stuff. We're looking on this 06 Silverado or anything in between. This same platform ran between 99 to 07, where they kind of ran classic, but mostly through 06. It's kind of hard finding 07. So these would be the general things to look for on these trucks. So ready then. Let's see, let's look in there, see if we can get a peek of those brakes. This one seems a little stiff. I wonder if the caliper is locked up. You see, I can barely move it with one hand. This one moves free. So I might look into that. I mean, it didn't feel like it was hanging up while I was driving, but neither I didn't get that far. So just gonna visually inspect everything real quick. There's your oil pan. Just a little seepage, that's normal 5.3 stuff. So if you see this little seepage, that's better than, way better than most. You always gonna have that. You see, it does have a brand new oil filter. There's gonna be oil filter and drain plug right there. Here's the skid plate that comes with the Z71 package. So when you go off roading, as you may say, then protect your undercarriage, protect that pumpkin of the front diff. Got some shocks look a little old, but they're not leaking. Bushings in there look a little dry. Let's go ahead back. Check that tail shaft, that's looking good. Go ahead and grab this, and yeah, U-joints feel pretty tight. Like I said, old shocks, it could use a new set of shocks, but like I said, they ain't leaking and then ride didn't seem too rough. So, oh yeah, let's see what kind of muffler is this on there. Ooh, MagnaFlow. So, you guys like the sound of that? I don't know what series that is, but it's a MagnaFlow. If you can hear the sound on the video, pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and shake these wheels down, or how I shake them, I just put one hand here, and just shake side to side, and then I put one hand here and one hand on the other side of this tire and kind of shake it back and forth. Let's see if it's in place. Should just be tight. Shouldn't feel hear no clicking or anything. Should just be tight when you turn it or like wiggle it. So go ahead and do that real quick, and then when I check the ball joints, I'm gonna take and put a pry bar. Let me just grab. This is a little pry bar, but just to show you, stick it like somewhere right in between here on this lower control arm, in between this knuckle, and kind of push up, and it should be tight too. It shouldn't come up a little bit or nothing. It should have no play. You're gonna want to do that on both sides. You see, somebody been trying to take care of his grease coming out them boots, and anytime you take it to the shop, it's the grease fittings up here. Those are greased at. One up there, and some up the top. You can see they definitely been doing alignment. This is where you do your caster camber adjustments. One on the back. And usually these have a little plastic thing in there. This will tell you if it ever had that kind of alignment done. And you see, they've definitely been in there, and whoever had this been trying to take care of it right. We check that front cover. Looking good. So like I said, let me go ahead and shake these wheels down. And that's gonna do it. I hope this video was helpful. Like I said, this chassis ran from 99 to 06, 07 ish, but I'm focused on the 03 to 06, 07 ish, 5.3 1500. So if you're out there looking for one, hopefully this is helpful, especially if it's 06 like this, fully loaded. There's some things to check. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe button. See you next time. Peace.